Mahome. Merry Merry Christmas. We are in Exodus 20 as we continue in this Advent series here at iServe Africa. And coming to this passage, God had saved the Israelites and made an appointment with them that He may establish a covenant with them, a covenant that if they lived in obedience to, then they would be His holy nation. They were therefore to obey the law, not just for obedience sake, but to demonstrate the character of the Lord their God to the surrounding nations. The laws here were to influence the Israelites' relationship with God and their relationship with one another. They can therefore be divided into vertical and horizontal, depending on the relationship they were to influence. The first 4 commandments highlighted how the Israelites were to relate with God sort of vertically. Do not worship other gods, do not make images of God or other gods, do not take the Lord's name in vain, and remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. It is in this set of commandments that we see the seriousness of God, that those who misuse His name will be held guilty, and those who worship Him or other gods by the use of images will experience His jealousy and severity to the 3rd and 4th generation. But to those who love Him and obey His commandments, He shows His love to 1,000 generations. Here was a call then for the Israelites to love the Lord with all their heart, with all their soul, and with all their strength. But again, the next set of laws contained 6 family and community-oriented commandments, which stated how the Israelites were to relate with one another. Honor your parents, do not commit murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false testimony, and do not covet. The Israelites were not only to have an authentic relationship with God, but also a genuine relationship with one another. If the Israelites fully obeyed these commandments, then the perfect relationship of fellowship between God and between man and man was to be achieved. And this makes one to look forward with great expectations to the new Eden, when such perfect relationships will be fully restored. Living in obedience to these commandments was therefore very crucial in the process of such a restoration. Unfortunately, friends, the Israelites were not able to fully obey these commandments, and whenever anyone broke any of these, it was required that a sacrifice be offered to appease God's holy wrath. A lamb without blemish would die in the place of an Israelite whenever they failed to keep their side of the deal. This begs the question then, how many lambs needed to die? There was a need for one sacrificial lamb who would atone for the people's sins once and for all. A lamb without a blemish, the man Jesus Christ. His life was a life that the people were not able to live, fully obeying all the commandments. But again, His death was an atonement for the people's sins, appeasing God's holy wrath once and for all. Thank you so much.